Welcome back, guys, to the Hamtainment channel. And today I just want to express my frustration with the UFC with that nonsense Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway 2. But before we get to that, please like and subscribe to the Hamtainment channel for all your entertainment on this side of the YouTube channels. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications for every time we upload a video. And guys, please comment, especially comment if you're a UFC fan, Conor McGregor fan, or whatever it is. But without further ado, let's get to the video. This is not going to be a very long video, just like the freaking fight. It's not going to be that long. But I am so sick of the UFC. So some of it has to do with Dana White and his stupid comments. Like, after learning that he's one of the best friends of Trump, like, anybody who's best friends with someone like that already is not the best human being in my eyes, to be honest. And even if we separate all that nonsense, right, as just mixed martial arts as a thing, as a sport, as a competition, he is ruining this freaking sport. I used to love watching the UFC. You had such fun characters. You had like Alex Bruce Lee Caceres. You had Robbie Lawlers. You had John Jones when he was fighting. You had Conor McGregor when he was in his actual prime. You had Israel Adesanya, who's now not in his prime and is on a losing streak. You had very fun fighters that you could get behind. There's no one fun in this damn competition anymore. They're all boring. They're all cookie cutters, or they're all Khabib copies. We just want to wrestle and ground pound. There's no killers anymore. Max Holloway maybe is like one of the last like straight up fun fighters to watch. And then you got old ass Conor McGregor. Like, I don't know why you're letting him back in. He didn't fight for 5 years. You can't. This is not like riding a bike. You cannot fight for 5 years, do cocaine, do all kind of nonsense, and then come back and expect to be the guy you were when you were holding 2 belts. I mean, he broke his foot. I think it was in the first round as well. He broke his foot, and now he blew out his knee trying to do a flying high kick the first 5 seconds of the fight. It's like, bro, what are you doing? You just came back. Ease your way into it, and then maybe when your body's warmed up, then you go try that nonsense. He's trying to come out the gate with trying to prove the world that he's Conor McGregor, that the Mac is back. The Mac is not back. The Mac needs to stay retired, and Dana White needs to stop letting these old retired people come in back into the UFC. He's talking about at the post conference, the highest gate nonsense. Ain't nobody care about that. Like, I saw all the comments during the post match interview and on YouTube. Everyone's asking for a refund back. He did that whole nonsensical freedom card. I didn't even watch that bullshit talking about it's not political. You called it the freedom card, and it was at the White House with your best friend's birthday. Like, that's a political statement. I don't know what the hell you're trying to tell people. I didn't even watch that. I asked my cousin, how did that go? It was a bunch of old dudes like almost dying. Like, it was boring. Like, I don't know what he's doing with the UFC, but it is not the fighting competition. It is not the corporation that used to be, where like all these fights, you had the Amanda Nunes's, you had Dimitri Johnson, who he basically screwed over, which is why Dimitri left. You keep screwing over your people, and then you're wondering, why the hell are they going to boxing and taking these clown fights for like $15 million for 5 minutes, or why Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano are going to their own program on Netflix, and they're fighting for 17 seconds, and they're making 10 times the money they would have made in like 10 fights that you had in UFC. First of all, pay your freaking fighters. Pay your top fighters the money that they're worth, and also get some damn class back into UFC. These are some boring, old, like, I don't care about any of these people. I don't care about their press conferences. I don't care about their fights. They're boring. And then the one time you kind of had an exciting person come back in Conor McGregor, you let his old ass come. Like, why are you letting him come back? Because he's Conor? because you know your franchise, your product is dying, so you let this old man come in just to blow his knees in the first 10 seconds. I find it was just a bunch of nonsense. Like, I didn't even, because at the same time I was watching that, I was watching the World Cup game, Argentina versus Switzerland, and that game, after Mbello got the red card, I'm like, well, F it, this game's done. FIFA already trying to fix this shit for Messi and Argentina. Let me just go watch the main event, quote unquote, of the UFC. Let me go watch Max Holloway and Conor 2. That shit was so ass. And then listen, credit to Max Holloway. He's a good person, excellent fighter, definitely a Hall of Famer. I don't want to see no damn trilogy. No, I don't want to see no Conor McGregor, Max Holloway 3. It does not make sense. Conor is old. Conor didn't even come out to talk to the press. Like, you talking all that mad shit. At least have the balls to stand there as they announce Max Holloway as the rightful winner, and then go in the press conference and let us know what the hell happened, what was going on. I remember even when he was taking off his shoes when they're about to put him on the stage. I'm like, is he don't look right, but I'm like, maybe I'm just tripping, and there was something to it. So, like, we haven't heard a word from Conor McGregor's camp yet. I believe he blew out his ACL. I think that's what happened. That's what it looked like. But yeah, man, not pure disappointment from the UFC. I haven't watched UFC in maybe a year or 2 years, damn near almost. And the first time I was kind of a little bit excited. I'm like, all right, maybe this might be a fun fight. And the same assness I expect from Dana White and his gang from the UFC. Absolutely a shit show. It's a joke at this point. The UFC is not good. All the cool, fun fighters are all gone. You only have basically the shills that's just gonna say Dana White's this, the UFC's great. Like, no, it's not, bro. No, like, it's the same thing. Like, when you don't have competition in terms of like other fighting programs to compete with the UFC, you're going to get stuff like this. It's the same thing like with FIFA and NBA 2K. When you don't have competition, you could make the same BS year in, year out. And guess what? People are going to have to buy it or watch it because that's the only thing there. So that's why I'm happy that Ronda and Gina and maybe people like them are making their own mixed martial arts competition, because the UFC needs a competitor, because with no competitors, you're just getting complete boring ass cookie cutter political statement fights, and it's a bunch of nonsense. I'm glad I don't really like. I find a way to watch these things. I feel bad for people who put their money on these fights or pay like Paramount Plus subscriptions to watch this nonsense, because like it's not worth it. You're getting robbed, and there's no point. But as a fan of Conor, not Conor as a person, but Conor as a fighter, as a fan of Conor, it was very disappointed. I really expected more from someone like him. Like, I wanted to believe everything he was saying, but in my mind, I knew Max Holloway gonna drown your ass, bro. Like, even if he didn't blow his knee out, he was gonna get rocked that whole fight. And lucky for him, he didn't have to. The knees did it for him, so he had to get no extra concussions that Max Holloway was about to give him. But yeah, very disappointed in the UFC. Trash main event, and I'm very disappointed in FIFA as well with some of these calls that are Argentina. Excuse me. Now Argentina are getting. So very disappointing day in the world of sports yesterday on Saturday. But like Max Holloway says, it is what it is. But if you guys feel the same way I do, please let me know in the comments below. And again, if you like my rants on the UFC and some sports in general, please like and subscribe to the Hamtainment channel for all that good stuff. Click the bell for notifications for every time I upload a video. And without further ado, guys, I'll see you next time. Peace.